Thanks for listening to this episode of Screen Facts with Jason Davis, your movie trivia and discussion podcast. Please like the Facebook page and leave your comments or questions at facebook.com/screenfacts. You can also tweet me at Jason Davis Voice or email screenfacts@yahoo.com if you have a comment, a question, or anything you'd like to say. That's where you can reach me. And you can also rate, comment, and subscribe on iTunes. When you do that, you automatically get new episodes every Wednesday. And actually, it would help out the podcast a little bit too. So please do that when you get a chance. Today, doing a classic movie from the 80s with another first-time guest, my good pal, Erik Reitz. How are you, sir?
I'm great. How are you doing?
Good. It's great to have you here. We have talked about movies off microphones for a while now.
Yep.
I thought it would be fun to do one of these podcasts with you. And when we started to, talk with you about movies, was it me that threw this out first?
I think so. I mean, but we were talking about first some other movie, which was like really raunchy. And I was like, I don't want the first one to be one that, I have to explain to my grandchildren that, your grandfather was drunk at the time or something. So
the movie...
I think we made a really nice choice for a first one.
We say that, but at the same time, the movie that we're talking about is not a Disney film by any stretch.
Oh, no. But
we are going to discuss Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
Woo!
A classic 80s movie released September 3rd, 1982. Now, I have to ask you, did you actually see this movie in the theaters when it came out?
I actually saw it. I was a senior in high school.
Nice.
And it was perfect because this is the essential 1980s mall movie. So, yeah, I saw it. I was 17 years old, senior in high school. So with a couple friends, just guys. It was fantastic. I mean, just from the very beginning, they had the Go-Go's with that song going.
We got the beat. The funny thing about any song from this movie, and probably most movies, really, if I hear that song, if I hear We Got the Beat by the Go-Go's, immediately brings me to this movie.
Oh, yeah.
Somebody's Baby, the Jackson Browne song, same thing. Totally.
And then I
totally associate that.
Then I started thinking of Jennifer Jason Leigh.
Yep.
Oh, Jennifer Jason Leigh. And who now, she's in Hateful Eight.
Yeah. Which is kind of cool because she really hasn't done a lot recently, at least that I know of.
I haven't seen anything since, that movie. So.
This is crazy, but the last thing that I can actually remember seeing her in was Single White Female, which is, I think that's like 1990 or something like that.
Yeah.
With Bridget Fonda. There's another one we haven't heard from in a while.
Yeah, right. That was a cool movie.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. But so this movie really captures, like you said, the 80s and the teen experience. One thing I want to say, and I want to make sure I get this in, I don't want to forget this. We're watching the movie the other night, and one of the scenes where they're in the mall and they're showing all the different stores in the mall, man, it just gave me the warm fuzzies, man. I was just...
Oh, yeah.
You see the record store, Licorice Pizza,
sure.
and you see the albums all stacked in the... Oh, man.
And that's the thing. It's like...
What a great time to grow up.
I felt like me and my friends, we were in that mall.
Yeah.
I mean, the 80s brought about that whole thing about this shopping experience with the mall, the arcade.
Oh, man.
Oh, my God. It's like, you're right. There it is. That, the video games are finally beyond Pong. The girls there finally have nice shaped jeans on girls. They're not wearing
the Jordache and all that.
Right. And they got the jeans with the pocket decorations.
Yeah. It's funny because when they were filming the movie, I wonder if they thought like that, 30 years or more, 35 years, almost 35. Mm-hmm. People are going to be watching this going, oh, wow, remember those jeans, remember Pac-Man, remember this, remember that.
Yeah, because as teenagers, we're just watching it, and it was a fun movie, and we were living that. And now here we are all these years later, and I'm looking back at it. It's like, that was only 82, 83. And it's still, it captured most of what the 80s was about from, a teenager's point of view.
Yeah.
And we just love it.
It was great. The reason that it resonates so well is because Cameron Crowe, the writer of the movie, he was like a boy genius. I don't know if you know his story. The movie Almost Famous is sort of based on him, on his experience. When he was a teenager, he was working for Rolling Stone as a reporter, as a journalist. He went undercover in a high school, not his own high school, in a different high school. And this movie is based on those experiences. So all the characters in this movie are, loosely based on the people that he encountered, but he kind of changed the identities to protect the innocent a little bit.
Right.
Like, for example, when Spicoli orders the pizza into the classroom, that was actually something that the real version of Mark Ratner did.
Okay.
For example.
Really? Oh, okay.
Fast Times star Sean Penn, Jennifer Jason Leigh, Judge Reinhold, Robert Romanus as Damone, Brian Backer as Mark Ratner, Phoebe Cates as Linda, who was 18 at the time, the youngest of the main cast. Justine Bateman was offered the role of Linda, but turned it down to work on Family Ties.
Fine, because I'd rather see Phoebe Cates topless than,
I think most people would probably agree with that.
Yeah, I mean, that's just my opinion.
Melanie Griffith and Tatum O'Neal were also considered for the role.
Oh, Tatum O'Neal, though, I did like her in that baseball. What was that?
Bad News Bears?
Bad News Bears. I had such thing because, again, that came out when I was around that age.
You know, it's funny.
It's like my baseball team were like, oh, she's my girlfriend. No, she's my girlfriend. It's like, she's not anyone's girlfriend. Shut up.
Brooke Shields, Ellen Barkin, and Jodie Foster all reportedly turned down the Jennifer Jason Leigh role of Stacy as well.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, okay. So for them, I like Jennifer. I like Jennifer Jason Leigh.
No, she's great. She's great. And she really does look 15. I mean, she pulls it off. I mean, obviously, she's not because you can't have a naked 15-year-old in a
Well, and that was the thing.
movie.
Watching the movie at 17 years old with a bunch of friends, and when Linda is saying, "Come on, Stacy, it's no big deal. Have sex. Come on, you're 15." And we all looked like,
Really?
No way, she's 15?
All right, this is true
They don't
confession
look
time.
like that in my high school.
True confession time for me. I totally relate to Mark Ratner.
Okay.
I'm sure there's people out there that are like, oh, I was totally Damone in high school.
Yeah.
Or whatever. I completely get Mark Ratner. I was completely intimidated by girls in high school. I was a late bloomer, and I just, I would have been terrified to have sex at that age.
Oh, yeah.
Terrified.
I'm still terrified sometimes. That's my own issue. No, Radner, definitely. I identified with him, too, much more than any other character.
Yeah, he's great.
Even though, I was a very popular jock in high school and all this, I really just had the few friends.
Why is your nose growing right now?
Yeah, my ears are turning red. All my poker tells are coming out. And I definitely liked, really, when he came on and just the thing that, he's having trouble talking to her. It's like, just like when, Damone's like, you had a crush on that girl in the photo mat. He had the 4F, the $40 to fucking film, and you never got her phone number. I was like, that's me. Because, I would just like stare at girls and fantasize and not do anything about it and probably freak them out.
I think probably most guys at that age could relate to Ratner more than Damone.
Yeah.
It's funny because Damone and Linda both are always talking about how much swagger they have and how much experience, what they know. Turns out they're both full of shit anyway.
Exactly. It's like, he was smooth. He did have that.
He had the vibe.
He definitely had the vibe, the whole thing with you don't care if she...
Come stays laser praise.
Thank you for saying that. And his 4 or 5 points about the attitude when he's giving him...
It's the attitude, Rat.
Right.
And you got to have the attitude.
You got to... What is it? First of all, you don't let on how much you like the girl. It's like, well, that's cool. All right. Because in MASH, the TV show MASH, Hawkeye told Radar, sometimes women are like bread. You have to leave them alone to get a rise out of them. So I think Damone was right on there with that. Oh, I love the rule where he says when you're out to dinner, you order for the lady.
Right. It's classy,
That's classy. It's like, that is classy. And so I did try doing that. I just don't have that good enough of memory, or I would just order the girl what I liked, and then we'd have the same thing. So it didn't always work out. I wasn't that smooth.
Yeah.
Deborah, you look nice today.
Kiss me. You won't regret it.
You won't regret it. He had the collar up.
Totally comes off as smooth, and he knows what he's doing. But then you find out later.
Rubber hits the road.
no rubber hits the road, unfortunately.
Big, that's right.
Big plot point in the movie. So Fast Times, like I said, was written by Cameron Crowe. The screenplay was based on his book. Amy Heckerling is the director of the movie. This was her directing debut, but she went on to direct another pretty popular teen movie from the 1990s, which was probably sort of the Fast Times of the 1990s, Clueless.
Oh,
which is another fun movie. And she also directed Johnny Dangerously.
Oh,
which is another great 80s movie.
That was a very fun movie.
Yeah. So Amy said that she was seeking to make a comedy that was less structured than conventional ones, more like American Graffiti, so that if you woke up and found yourself living in the movie, you'd actually be happy.
Oh, yeah.
And I think that works.
Totally. I had dreams about being, well, sometimes Linda's boyfriend, sometimes Stacy's boyfriend. But yeah, it's like Ratner would have been my buddy.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know if Damone, I don't know if I could have stayed.
It's
like,
really interesting that
him.
Ratner, that Mark Ratner is actually friends with Damone because they're so different.
Well, like we were saying, Damone has that personality that he puts out. He puts out
Right.
that persona, but we find out later on
Yeah.
that's not really him. And really deep down, I think he was a good friend to Rat, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, aside from, the whole cheating thing.
Well,
Put
the
that
funny
to
thing
the
is,
side.
and I forgot about this, but when she first comes on to him, she says, "Oh, maybe you can give me a ride."
Right.
And he's like, Rat really likes you.
right. And she says,
Oh, he's nice, but I think I like you. And then he just kind of rolls with it,
Yeah.
Not that he's right for doing that, but at the same time, he is a teenager.
Right.
And he's got
Rat
hormones.
wasn't making any real moves and
Yeah.
really going out. I mean, I thought it was cool how,
But, you just don't do that to a buddy.
no, you don't. Bros before.
Yeah.
But when he's talking to Rat, he's trying to, he's boosting up his confidence.
Yeah, he's trying to-
He said,
he's
"Look
trying
at
to pump
you,
him up."
Assistant to the assistant manager of the most
A member
popular-
of the honor roll.
Right, member of the honor roll. It's like, wow, is that all it takes? All right.
Yeah, no, I mean, if this girl can't smell your qualifications.
Right. So I thought in general, yeah, he was a good friend.
Yeah, no, he really did try to help Rat find,
Yeah.
his mojo and all that.
Right. There were some weird things in that movie. First of all, who TPs a whole school? Opening day in school.
I
And
feel
the
like
whole
that's been
friggin-
done before. Wasn't that done in a Grease movie too?
Probably.
Grease or Grease 2?
Yeah, I mean, maybe they did that in the 50s, but we didn't do that in the 80s. And who has a friggin' monkey in a high school science lab?
I was actually thinking the same thing when I watched the movie the other night.
Right.
Like, that's a fucking monkey.
Right.
Nobody has a monkey.
Nobody has a monkey. Who takes care of it? Who's cleaning the shit out of the monkey cage at the end of the day?
And did you ever really go to a morgue on a field trip and have the teacher pull the heart out of the chest?
In college, I did have a
college,
class.
I can-
That's one
yeah.
thing. No. I mean, yeah,
Mr. Vargas.
We pulled out. Vargas was very funny.
It was cool.
I mean, we pulled the little hearts out of
character actor.
earthworms and stuff.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. Yeah. So I just also want to talk about some of the other people that were in this movie that went on to a lot of other things. Nicolas Cage, credited as Nicholas Coppola. He's one of Brad's buddies, Judge
okay.
Reinhold's buddies.
All right, so
He doesn't.
he's
I don't
not
think he says
related,
anything in the movie. Actually.
But he's not related to Francis Ford.
Oh yeah.
Oh, he
yeah.
is?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, he's his nephew, I think.
Oh,
Yeah. So the other people that weren't like main characters but secondary characters, Anthony Edwards and Eric
that's
Stoltz,
right. Yes.
both played Spicoli's buds.
right. And that one dude from he went to ER. He was Revenge of the Nerds.
Yeah,
right?
Revenge of the Nerds.
Oh,
Totally.
my
Yeah,
God.
ER was his biggest success.
Yeah,
for
and
sure.
he lost all his hair.
He was in Top Gun as well.
That's right. He was
Yeah.
Top Gun.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Now he's bald like all the best of us.
We're all headed that way. Absolutely. And a great cameo from Cameron Crowe's wife, Nancy
Yes.
Wilson of Heart. Fast Times filmed November 10th, 1981 through December 28th, 1981.
Wow, and just like
Yeah, they knocked this out pretty
7
quick.
weeks.
Yep. A budget of only $4.5 million. Domestic gross of $27 million. So again, didn't set the box offices on fire.
Right.
And I was going to say, you mentioned that you saw it in the theaters. I missed it. Probably
Right.
because I was a little bit younger when this first came out, but I caught it on HBO, I guess the year or so after it was in theaters. And man, if this isn't a life changer at that age,
Oh, it had such an influence. I mean,
just a classic
said-
movie.
Well, and it's just, I mean, all these different things that were said, especially like so many of the Spicoliisms.
Oh my God.
We just like said them, and
Yeah.
even recently, sometimes something blurts out.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
like, oh, my dad's got.
My dad's got the ultimate set of tools.
I can fix it.
fix
you
it.
know, or it's just like people on luge should not drive.
Right.
I mean, we drive.
I say that
every
one a lot,
day.
actually, when I'm
Oh,
driving.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
there's somebody in front of me that's, come on, pick it up.
Right, exactly. Come on, what do you want, lewds? It just, yeah. I mean, here I am, like 34 years later, and they're still saying a lot of the same things.
My brother's gonna shit. He's gonna kill us.
He's gonna kill.
Make up your mind, dude.
Is he gonna shit? Is he gonna kill us?
First he's gonna shit, then he's gonna kill us.
But what a great idea they had, because
Yeah.
we're in the movies watching. It's like, oh my God,
What's
are
he
they
gonna do?
They can't fix this car. What are they gonna do? Oh my God! And then they do it. They spray paint it.
The rival school.
I was like,
Classic.
freaking brilliant.
You can learn a lot from this movie.
Oh yeah,
You ever
my
trash-
vandalism's become much more.
Yeah, Spicoli is amazing. Sean Penn, after watching the movie, there was like behind the scenes thing, and they said that Sean Penn stayed in character the whole time. Like
Right.
I think he even wrote Spicoli on his dressing room door and the whole thing.
He's that kind of actor.
First of all, that's so fucking annoying. It's so ridiculous. First of all,
For that kind of a part.
exactly.
You know?
Exactly. Very pretentious. Listen,
Yeah,
if you're Daniel Day-Lewis and you're playing
Right,
Lincoln.
My Left Foot or something.
Yeah,
Yeah, right.
Okay, maybe even that, but you know what? They call it acting for a reason.
Right.
You should be able to turn it on and off, you know? And there's really no reason, in my opinion, that you got to be a Stone Surfer guy full time in order to maintain the reality of it.
Yeah, I mean, I think we could do it pretty quickly right
Yeah,
here,
like
right
I could
now.
turn
Those guys are fine. Thank you. Where's my check?
Excellent. Yeah, exactly. All I need is a tasty waves,
and
some cool buzz, and I'm
I'm
fine.
fine.
See, we can do it.
Yeah, it's not a big deal. But he was.
Now he's bringing down drug lords. Do you hear about
I
this?
thought he was going to play him though.
Oh, is that why he's
They're gonna
interviewing?
Make a movie,
El Chapo?
and he's going to be El Chapo. And do you see the shirt that
God.
he was taking a picture in?
They were reading excerpts from the article that he wrote for Rolling Stone, that Sean Penn wrote about this guy.
Okay,
Unbelievably bad.
really?
Unbelievably bad. All right, I don't want to get too far off track here. So Universal didn't think the film would become a hit. They actually weren't even going to release it on the East Coast because they thought it wouldn't really play. Well, because it takes place in California and there's a lot of California lifestyle in the movie, the surfing and all that kind
Yeah,
of stuff.
but there was boobies.
Well, yeah.
So
Listen, all you have to do is
those
show
guys from the Northeast don't like boobies.
Somebody was misinformed there.
Yeah, exactly.
Another true confession. Phoebe Cates' topless scene might have been the first topless scene I saw in a movie.
Huh?
It might have been,
Really?
yeah. Well, I mean, think about it. I mean, let's see. This comes out in 82. I'm about 13.
Oh, okay, yes.
I see it a year later, so I'm probably like 13, 14 years old.
When did Airplane come out before this?
I stand corrected.
Airplane was the first one for
the little jiggle
me,
scene, yeah.
Except for at my friend's house when he had HBO.
That's not a real, I mean, it's a topless scene, the little jiggle shot in Airplane, but I think that...
I count it.
Well, I count it too.
It's not like it was a guy running around,
It was
snorting a fart or anything. It was a topless lady.
Yeah, it counts.
But you didn't see the face.
Right, and
it was
in this
too
movie,
impersonal.
it's done up like a whole fantasy sequence, and she comes out and she slowly opens her top
with the water
behind her. I mean, come on.
I think Maxim had it as like one of the top 5 or 10 best topless scenes ever.
It's an awesome
Which
scene.
it definitely is. And of course, she says the thing that all guys want to hear.
I always thought you were cute, Brad.
Exactly. Oh man.
So funny. So a couple of things with that scene that are great that I read. First off, she was actually really nervous to do the scene, not because she was going to be topless.
Okay.
Because she thought that the neighbors, the people in the neighborhood around the house where they were shooting, would see her. She was uptight about that.
Well, I can understand that because it's not like she was making a major movie that was going to be seen by millions of people all around the world. So
are you being sarcastic, Eric?
I don't know.
No, I don't know. I guess she was just, I don't know, intimidated by that.
Well, I guess, you know what? It's more personal. There's people around. And it would be cool. Can you imagine, though? If, like, you're one of the neighbors.
Oh, my God.
Look at that.
That's
you
really
climb
cool.
up on your roof. Look.
The funny thing about that scene, of course, part of the scene is Brad in the bathroom beating his dick like it owes him money.
Naked. Oh. Yeah, and that scene really hit close to home because I remember we're watching the film, and then we all get really quiet. First, I mean, guys get quiet when they think there's going to be, nudity. Get quiet. Women are different, It's like
they get disgusted.
Women, well, yeah.
My wife Sue hates nudity in movies.
Oh yeah, Kathy's
she feels
just like, why are they doing this?
Right,
because
it's always women that are nude.
Right.
You
but
know.
I mean, who wants to see a guy naked?
Nobody wants to see a cock.
No,
it's terrible.
Does. It just looks stupid.
Yeah,
penises are just ugly.
That's right.
They look dumb.
Women are beautiful. Men are not. End of story.
That's exactly it. A penis looks like something that was God made a mistake, and then which he did. He made man first, and then he got it right. And he made a woman, and whoa, man, that's
right.
Like Bill Cosby says.
Don't mention him when you talk about women.
Oh, we can't talk.
Oh,
women.
Yikes!
Yeah, sorry.
You can't say Bill Cosby and women in the same sentence anymore.
No,
That's
not
illegal.
anymore.
Forget
right.
about it.
Okay.
So, by the way, there was a scene in this movie originally where Mike Damone does full frontal nudity that was cut out because if they left it in, they would have had an X rating at the time.
Well, then nobody would go see it.
Right. And nobody wants to see that.
And who wants to see that? Yeah. Do you know if they filmed it?
I think it was kind of like, was in the script, and they were told, look, you either lose this or you lose the whole carrot blowjob thing.
Oh, you can't lose the carrot.
No, of course
come
not.
on, that's a no-brainer which one you're going to
Right,
keep.
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. But the thing
Those were
with
small carrots, by the way. Just, they should have ripped out some cucumbers. Holy crap.
Yikes. And, we purposely didn't want to do a raunchy podcast. It's okay. That's fine. But for the masturbation scene, Judge Reinhold brought in a large dildo to work with.
Oh, really?
I guess, maybe he's a method actor,
He's
too.
a method actor. Well, yeah, if Sean was doing it would have been all, barebacked right there, so...
But he didn't tell the rest of the cast that he was going to do that. So when Phoebe Cates walks in on him,
right,
and she recoils and she's like horrified, that's a real reaction.
Oh, so she wasn't even acting.
No, she really, she probably was like, what did I just see?
I wonder if she knew that, maybe they just said, you need to use that bathroom. And
she knew she was going to walk in on him,
right, doing that, but
quote unquote masturbating. But she had no idea when she opened the door that she would be looking at a giant schlong in his hand. That was a dildo.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Fast Times ranked at number 2 on Entertainment Weekly's 50 best high school movies. We talked about all the actors that were in the movie that later went on to other things. There's actually 3 actors who won Oscars for Best Actor that are in this movie. Sean Penn, Forrest Whitaker, and Nicolas Cage. Cameron Crowe also won an Oscar as well, screenwriter. So
awesome.
So a lot of talented people involved.
So Ratner and Damone never won Oscars?
Actually, the guy who played Rat, he's done a lot of theater work, I think.
Oh, okay.
Most of the school scenes were shot at Van Nuys High School. They even used the school's mascot for the wolf.
The monkey? Oh,
no, the wolf for Ridgemont's mascot.
Okay.
Mall scenes were shot at night for when the mall was closed at 9:30 to when it opened at 9. The 2 kids who buy tickets from Damone were under 18, and due to labor laws, couldn't film past certain hours. They only had a 10-minute window to get those scenes done.
Now, okay, here's the thing.
Right.
How much did those kids pay for pretty much front row tickets for Van Halen in 1982?
I think $25 a piece. Marked up from like, hey, they were like $12.50 or something like that.
They were $12.50, and he sold them for $20. What would those tickets cost now? Hundreds, right?
Oh,
Hundreds,
ridiculous!
Easy.
Yeah.
I mean, we can't even go see Stomp at the State Theater for $150. You know?
Times have definitely changed a lot. Van Halen in the early '80s was a lot better.
Oh, they were. Yeah. I mean, I saw the first time I saw them was 1984.
Okay.
And yeah, it was fantastic, and they were still rocking hard in the whole thing.
Yeah,
I mean, and then I saw the Van Hagar, and it was very different.
The original Van Halen, and again, I don't want to get too far off track, but they are arguably in the top 5 American bands of all time, in my opinion.
Yeah, I would definitely put them way up.
Yeah,
there.
they're amazing,
no doubt.
I just read an amazing book about the early days of Van Halen before they made it big. They used to play backyard parties and stuff in Pasadena and that area when they were coming up, and just the work ethic and they were playing hard rock at a time when it really wasn't hip because it was like the mid 70s when they were first starting out, and like disco and like soft rock was the big thing.
Oh yeah.
So the book is great. Van Halen Rising: How a Southern California Backyard Party Band Saved Heavy Metal is the name of the book. Greg Renoff is the author. Just a great job writing, and an excellent story. Check it out. It's an awesome book.
Okay. And then of course, at the end of the movie when they're doing the little summaries of who did what. What did Spicoli do he saved Brooke Shields?
He saved Brooke Shields from drowning.
What did he do with the money?
He blows the reward money hiring Van Halen to play his birthday party.
So it's great.
That's how big Van Halen was at that time.
Exactly.
No other band would make sense to say there. The band that plays at the dance, one of the songs they do is Life in the Fast Lane.
Right.
Eagles,
right.
One of the producers on this film was Irving Azoff, the Eagles manager.
All right.
So I'm sure that was not a coincidence that they're playing an Eagles song. So the mall scenes were filmed at the Sherman Oaks Galleria. It was damaged by an earthquake in 1994, but still stood until 1998 when it was renovated and extensively redesigned. Other than the parking structure, nothing recognizable from the 1980s era mall is left. The building was converted from an enclosed multi-story space to an open, mostly single-story mall. So
Completely
Sadly,
different.
And you're an architect, so you can really appreciate that one.
Yeah, well, there goes my Mecca to Sherman Oaks Galleria.
Yeah.
But isn't it funny, though, how, the parking structure stays?
Well,
that just shows all these other countries have, cathedrals and viaducts and
we are a disposable society, aren't we?
We so totally are.
All right, so let's talk about the cars that they drive in the movie. So Brad Hamilton's car is a 1960 Buick LeSabre, and Damone's car is a 1973 AMC Gremlin. Remember those?
Awesome car. And also, while we're speaking about cars, going back to the Phoebe Cates scene. When she comes out of the water.
Yeah.
What band is being played?
Oh, the Cars.
The Cars.
That's right. So, of course, Ray Walston is
the biggest name that came out of that movie.
Yeah. And he said in an interview that he was so delighted that he became part of something that was so big. When people would see him, they would say, "Oh, Mr. Hand, Mr. Hand," and he was forever, my favorite Martian or whatever.
Right? Yeah.
Because that's what he was known for before this.
Right.
And so he was just psyched that people remembered him for this instead of that.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Did people go up to him and say, "You dick"?
They probably did.
That
they
would
probably
be
did.
great.
Fred Gwynne was originally offered the role of Mr. Hand.
Is that Herman Munster?
Herman Munster.
Herman Munster?
Yeah. You can imagine that.
Wow.
He turned it down because he thought the sexual content was a little too much for his taste.
Yeah, I can't see him being Mr. Hand.
No.
Being that big and imposing.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, he would be like...
He'd be big.
I'm trying to imagine. Mr. Spicoli. Because he had that really deep voice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
I can't see...
Ray Ralston was great.
And that would have been still too soon after the Munsters.
Yeah.
And you'd just be... If he was playing that, we'd all be like, "Oh, look, it's Herman Munster."
Yeah, because he kind of looked like Herman Munster even out of the makeup.
No, exactly.
Yeah. So Jennifer Jason Leigh, who plays Stacy, worked at...
Jason Leigh.
Stacy works at Perry's Pizza in the mall, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, Jennifer Jason Leigh actually worked at Perry's Pizza for a month after she got the role of Stacy Hamilton, but before filming began. So
was she doing that to study up for the part?
I don't.
Or does she just need some extra cash before?
I'm thinking she was probably like a lot of actresses that were just waitresses until they got a role. Ron Johnson, stereo salesman.
Right. Now, what's up with him? I mean, he's looked kind of like a 70s leftover. And it's just funny because now it's like stereos.
Exactly. That was big back then, though. Are you kidding me?
So if you made the movie now, would he been like an Apple genius?
Maybe. Yeah. Or maybe he'd work at a Verizon store or something.
Yeah. He didn't strike me as a genius.
No, but he's portrayed... The character is portrayed as being a lot older than Stacy in the movie, but the actor who played him, D.W. Brown, is actually only 7 months older than Jennifer Jason Leigh in real life.
Really?
Yeah.
So it wasn't statutory rape?
No.
Oh, that's good. That's good. Well, one of the things that I found very funny as a teenager is when he hasn't returned Stacy's calls or anything, and Linda's like, "Well, what? Were you falling in love with him? Well, were you going to get married and have babies, have him come home when he's 50 and bald?" At 17 years old, we're like, "Oh, that's funny, yeah." Now it's like, well, I'm 51 and
you're
I'm
like, "Fuck
bald."
you.
Hey, what bastard? What are you talking about? Hey, I don't sell stereos.
What's wrong with being 51 and bald, motherfucker?
Exactly. Come on here, Linda. I'll show you what a 51-year-old bald guy can do. It's like, Linda, who the hell are you?
Yeah. Yeah. And also, Linda, Phoebe Cates' character, brags about how much she prefers older men.
Right.
Well, it turns out that's true in real life, too.
That's right.
She married Kevin Kline, who is 15 years older than her.
Wait, Calvin Klein?
No, Kevin
He's
Kline.
like 100 years older.
No, Kevin Kline.
Oh, Kevin Klein. Kevin Klein's great.
Yes, he is.
I like The Fish Called Wanda. And
he won an Oscar for that.
see?
Yeah.
Another Oscar. Well,
Well, he's not in the movie, though. He's
by injection.
So Andy Rathbone was the student that Cameron Crowe used as his inspiration for Mark Ratner. He became famous in his own right for writing many of the For Dummies Help book series.
You're kidding, really?
Yeah. Cool, right?
That is good.
Yeah, so
has he done a For Dummies book for
getting a girl's phone number?
Getting a girl's phone number, right.
Chapter 1, don't buy $40 worth of fucking film.
Fucking film. That's pretty cool. Wow. So he's swimming in it.
Yeah, I'm sure he's doing all right. Wow. Absolutely. So when Brad is washing his car,
right,
you see the Bruce Springsteen bumper sticker on the car. As it turns out, Bruce Springsteen's sister, Pamela, has a small role in this movie.
Really?
Yes. She's the cheerleader Dina Phillips in the pep rally scene.
Okay.
She's not the blonde that's doing all the talking.
Oh, okay.
You know, we're going to get him, all right? You know,
all right, yeah.
She's the girl next to her.
Oh, who's just kind of...
And she even says, you know, Dina and me don't like when you don't, you know, cheer along, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But she is right. It's hard to be a cheerleader. It takes a lot of bravery to get up there.
Of course.
Doing something that you know no one's going to like and everyone's going to make fun of.
That's right.
It's like...
Exactly. The girl, by the way, that plays Brad Hamilton's girlfriend, her name in real life is Amanda Wyss, Wyss, I think that's how you say it, has been in a couple of quote-unquote teen things.
Oh.
She played Lane's girlfriend in Better Off Dead, Beth.
Oh, okay.
She's also Freddy Krueger's first victim in Nightmare on Elm Street.
Holy crap!
Yep.
Yeah! Oh, my gosh. And she was what, Lisa? She was Lisa.
Lisa in this
one.
I think, yeah.
Yeah, and... Yeah, the only way I remember that is because when, Brad is in the bathroom, he's trying to be very serious. You know, he's saying, Lisa, I think we both owe it to
like
ourselves.
He's doing Shakespeare.
Right. He's really, he's practicing, and just right next to him is like, hairy pussy. And he's like trying to act all serious. It was great.
So
it's the juxtaposition.
Right. Right, exactly. It's brilliant. In the same way that Reese's Pieces became huge after E.T.,
okay.
The brand of shoes that Spicoli hammers his head with, the Vans, they actually were very obscure at that time and became like really popular after this movie. So let's get a little bit more into Spicoli because let's face it, this movie is all about Spicoli. All the characters are great in this movie,
right?
But it's Spicoli's picture on the cover of the DVD,
right? Yeah.
So clearly, it's mostly about him,
right now. And I know you told me that he wasn't even really that major a character.
The dream sequence where he's with Stu Nahan and he's being with the two blondes on either side of him.
Oh my gosh.
That was written and filmed after the film had wrapped.
Oh wow, really?
They were editing the movie and the filmmakers were like, man, Sean Penn is really good in this movie. We really got to do more with him because I think it's going to be a big breakout for him. So they decided to beef up his role a little bit and then they ended up filming that. So Sean Penn had to fly back to L.A. He was doing another job in Chicago. Because Cameron Crowe wrote the lines the day of the shoot, they used cue cards off screen to help Sean Penn when he was filming the dream sequence.
Oh, all right.
The cue cards of the infamous lines, "Those guys are fags," still hang in Cameron Crowe's house.
Oh, my God.
How funny is that?
That's great. Well, that's where they would be. In my house, would be right over my fireplace or something.
Another one of my favorite Spicoli things is when Mr. Hand goes to his house the night of the dance, and he's going to teach him a history lesson. And he goes, and what Jefferson was trying to say is that if we don't get some cool rules ourselves, we're going to be bogus too, or something like that.
Cool rules, pronto. That was the thing. See, Spicoli would not have passed if he didn't say pronto.
Pronto.
Because that showed how important it was for the colonies to get together. And
if we don't get some cool rules, pronto, we're going to be bogus too.
And then Mr. Hand's like,
close Spicoli.
Close Spicoli. Well, he wasn't wrong.
No.
But what I really like, when Mr. Hand first walked into the classroom, what word did he say to greet the kids?
Aloha.
Aloha.
Right.
What did he say when he was leaving Spicoli at the end of that scene?
Aloha, Spicoli.
Isn't that awesome?
Yeah.
I think that is brilliant writing.
That is. Cameron Crowe.
Yeah. And it's like this whole movie is so funny, and we're talking about Spicoli and all this stuff. We're talking about there's nice boobage and everything. But you know what? Again, as a 17-year-old watching this funny movie, laughing like crazy, and then
he got all serious on you with an abortion.
Right. Holy crap, this is really serious. And so, I mean, it was good as a teenager at that time to see that and to be reminded that, yeah, you know what? Life isn't always just going to be, boobs and beer and stuff. Right. You have to have some responsibility.
You should not have sex when you're a teenager, period. This is Uncle Jason and Uncle Eric reminding you to keep it in your pants, kids.
And stay in school and don't do drugs.
That's right. No, but you're right, though. I think that's actually kind of gives the movie a little bit of a soul because, the movie's just about, partying and doing drugs and being a goofy teenager. But yeah, it's a serious turn in the movie, but it's not done in a way that I think is preachy. It's just like, this is real, kids. Like, if you have sex, this could happen to you.
Right. I think that's one of the reasons that this movie has such staying power is because it's got a dose of reality to it.
It does have a moral center there.
Yeah.
Hey, if you guys out there listening have any screen facts of your own, again, go to the Facebook page, facebook.com/screenfacts, and leave a comment or email screenfacts@yahoo.com. Tweet me at Jason Davis Voice. Erik, thanks again for coming in and talking about Fast Times at Ridgemont High with me.
It was my pleasure. I had so much fun.
Me too. I look forward to doing the next one with you.
Yeah.
We'll figure out what it's going to be. And thanks to you for listening. And also, thanks to our announcer, kimsvoice.com. Remember, if you want to check out Kim's website, it's kymsvoice.com.
Screen Facts with Jason Davis is a production of Jason Davis VoiceOver. Visit jasondavisvoice.com if you need a voice for a commercial, narration, promo, internet video, e-learning or training program, and more. Click on the podcast page to get information about where you can download and listen to past episodes. Listen again next Wednesday for a new episode of Screen Facts with Jason Davis.